We start talking Jared Goff, start giving him some love, and out of the deep, deep crevices of Haterville, the number one Goff hater on the network, who sits up every Sunday and hopes this guy fails so he has something to conveniently get to his argument with, the one, the only, one of my favorite people here at the network. I love you so much, Easy, even though I don't agree with your takes. It's Speakeasy, baby.
What up, though? Thanks for having me. I love you, too, by the way. Both of you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so the reason why I came out wasn't to hate on Goff. It's because you guys said a guy who claims they're a Lions fan. Actually, Sam, you're the one that said this. People who claim they're Lions fans that almost root against them to fit their narrative.
I said that.
Okay.
Because that's what you are.
No.
Yes.
No. If you're a
you
Lions
and Spence
fan,
sit there and like, oh God, I hope Goff messes up so I can tell Stick how bad he is.
No, that's not why. I don't hope that he messes up. I hope that he wins. But I just want Lions fans, if you're a Lions fan, right, you want the best for this team. You want this team to do as best as possible. Why wouldn't you want them to copy the route other teams have gone to win Super Bowls, like to get there, to make it to these games?
Which teams do you speak of?
I speak of the 49ers. I speak of the LA Rams, who actually dumped Goff.
You speak of the 49ers, who had a guy like Jimmy G, decided he wasn't good enough, who got them to a Super Bowl, trashed him for Trey Lance, who isn't playing anymore, went back to Jimmy G, who performed better. To me, you're using the 49ers, and that's the exact thing I'm afraid of with Jared Goff.
You can't say perform better. He got hurt in the game 2 of the season. That's like he didn't have a really chance to perform at all.
That's the risk you take, though. Like, beat health.
But aren't you afraid of that? Spending your number 3, number 4 overall pick at Lions right now are sitting at 7 with the Rams pick. Aren't you afraid of spending that high a draft capital on somebody that you didn't need?
Not at all. Just because, again, I'm speaking as a Lions fan. Like, if you're telling me you're a Lions fan, and you know there's a stat out there, there hasn't been a single quarterback that's taken up 12% of a team's salary cap space to win a Super Bowl outside of Tom Brady in 2018. That's the one anomaly. What's he notoriously known for?
Taking pay cuts.
Taking pay cuts to benefit the team, right? Because football is the ultimate team sport. If you know that's a stat out there, and you're a Lions fan, why are you rooting for the mediocrity that you have right now with a guy that's currently taking up more than that 12% of your
Because
cap
you
space?
look at it as mediocrity, I look at it as success. I look at a guy that leads the league in is a top 5 in all those categories, and who had the number 1 air offense, and who leads the top 5 in scoring. I don't look at that as a failure. I look at that as a success. And I look at our defense for the Detroit Lions as the failure. And if Jared Goff had a supporting defense that was at least serviceable throughout those first 7 games, the Lions would be well into the playoffs, probably sitting on 10 wins right now.
So there's a couple games this year that Jared Goff had fumbles, or actually it's turnovers, I'll say in general. Fumbles, interceptions that went for literally 6 to the other team. The defense doesn't have much to do with that.
Turnovers happen for every quarterback, though.
But they resulted in losses, right? So, the defense did have a slow start. It's also the youngest defense, throughout the entirety of the league. If you have the quarterback on a rookie deal, maybe you can afford a couple vets to speed that process along. But nonetheless, I'm not even, trying to usher, Jared Goff out immediately or expedite him, faster than we need to. I'm just saying, if you want to, cookie-cutter example of how to win a Super Bowl or how to at least get there, we've seen it, and it's not.
No, we've never seen that as Lions fans. We've never seen how to get there.
We've seen it outside of Detroit,
and this is the problem with Lions fans.
Eyeballs and minds that
this
see
is the problem with Lions fans
though.
And Jared Goff haters. Is you've never seen success here, so you don't know what it looks like.
I'm not talking about success here. I'm talking about I've seen success. I've seen teams win Super Bowls. We all watch Super Bowl every single year. It's crazy. These guys on rookie deals seem to go there often. Joe Burrow was just there last year.
Yeah, and for every Joe Burrow, I can name you a Zach Wilson.
I guess what? You got Jared Goff, right? Jared Goff went there. Guess what kind of deal he was on?
That's fine. He was on his rookie deal. I'm okay with that.
They afforded a beautiful team around Jared Goff that year.
I'm okay with that.
Because he was on a rookie deal.
But why, as a Lions fan, are you so arrogant that you think you deserve better than a 28-year-old quarterback who was the number 1 overall pick, who has already taken a team to the Super Bowl and leads in the top 5 in all important statistical categories? Why do you think you deserve better? And who's better? This goes back.
It's not even I think I deserve better. I'm just, again, looking at recipes that work around the league.
To me, you have the same mentality of the Jim Caldwell haters. You have the same mentality of the guys who hated Jim Harbaugh when he was at Michigan early on. Without waiting and seeing what you actually got, you want to throw out the best thing you've had. Without an Apple replacement, because I will ask you straight up, who can you bring in that's better? And you can't give me an answer.
I can't give you an answer.
So you can provide me with problems, but you can't provide me with solutions.
But you just don't want to accept it.
What's your answer?
Any one of these gentlemen. The
That's the
Browns
dumbest thing
just-
I've ever heard.
No.
Anybody can come
Any
in and be
single
better
one
than
of
Jared
them.
Goff.
Bring them in. I'm telling you. I'm not telling you to be better than Jared Goff. I'm telling if Ben
Well, that's
Johnson's
what we
here,
want. We want better, don't we?
Yes. You want better as a football team, right? I mean, that's
So
what
who
we
are
play.
you going to bring in that's better than
I
Jared
would
Goff?
literally bring in anybody. You have
Who?
1 year of them to sit
Name
by.
a
C.J.
name.
Stroud, Bryce Young, Will Levis,
don't.
Hendon Hooker.
And
I'll
this is
take them
where you
all,
lose
baby.
all
I'll take
credibility.
any single one of them. Anthony
and this
Richardson.
is where you lose credibility because
Why do I lose credibility?
Because you're talking out your ass.
Hold on. Jalen Hurts, the second-round pick, was supposed to be better than anybody. He was a poop thrower coming out of the draft. Sam Flynn, you spoke on
Second
that
round
yesterday.
pick, but you want to spend first round draft capital on C.J. Stroud.
Anthony Richardson in the second round. Hendon Hooker, I don't care. Any of them. When you have that rookie quarterback, the odds are in your favor. I'm not talking about rookie quarterback. I apologize. Quarterback on a rookie deal. The odds are in your favor. Look at Jalen Hurts this year, a second-round pick.
The
and
odds
an
are not
athlete
in
at
your
that.
favor.
Huh?
Mitch
The odds are not in my
Trubisky.
favor.
Mitch
Jalen Hurts
Trubisky.
about to win an MVP. Mitch Trubisky won playoff games in the division on a rookie deal.
That's fine.
When it was time to re-up him, they were
How
like,
did
you know
that
what?
work
He's
out?
not
How
good
did
enough
that
to
work
re-up.
out for the Bears?
They did better than the Detroit Lions.
They
got a lot
traded
closer
up.
than
They
the Detroit
used
Lions
a
did.
ton of draft capital to get a guy that's no longer their
Joe
quarterback.
Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, freaking the list goes on and on and on. Like it's all about the team.
Baker Mayfield, Zach
Mayfield,
Wilson.
the Browns
The
won
list
a
goes
playoff
on and
game.
on and
Listen,
on.
think about how bad Baker Mayfield is, and maybe that's more of a bias than anything else. I can't really say that I don't think he's good. How about that? But Baker Mayfield won a playoff game because guess what? The Browns were able to do on that rookie deal. Surround him with beautiful talent. It's a team game, Stick. I'm not telling
Do
you.
you want a playoff win or do you want a Super Bowl?
I want a Super Bowl.
Okay.
And history tells you, facts tell you, the odds are in your favor when Jared Goff is your quarterback. And I don't get how we're currently Detroit Lions. What's the record, Stick?
7-8.
Is that above 500?
No.
No.
Are they in the playoffs?
They're in the playoff hunt.
Are they in the playoffs?
They're in the playoff hunt.
So why are we dick riding this man so hard? Sorry, I don't know if I
Fox
can say
two.
it. Oh
Relax.
my goodness, I'm so sorry. I apologize. But why are we like riding this narrative so hard when it hasn't even taken you anywhere promising yet?
Because there's an old saying, and as the old man here at Woodward Sports, let me educate you youth. 2 in the hand is better than 4 in the bush. And that means what you have proven is better than what could be. You're guaranteeing me that the next guy you bring in is going to be better than Goff. I'm telling you, with the top 5 offense in the league, how much more improvement are you looking for?
So I'm not even necessarily telling you the person's going to be better than Goff.
Then why do it?
I'm telling you the football team is going to be better than it is right now with Jared Goff because you can afford more people around them. It's a team game. Not a Jared
I agree.
Goff game.
It is a team game, and I agree that $30 million for a top 5 quarterback is probably a steal.
He's not top 5 right now.
He is statistically.
I don't think he is statistically. Maybe in the month of December, yes.
And November.
Maybe in
half the season.
Maybe in
And then in the first part of the season, they led
yes.
the league in air. He led the league in air yards, and they led the league in scoring. And they're one of it's them and the Kansas City Chiefs that have scored more than 30 points 7 times this year. Only them. So.
And here's the
I'm confused. What isn't good enough about our offense?
What do you mean what's not good enough? It's not. I'm telling you, it's the quarterback on a rookie deal. The team benefits when you get that quarterback on a rookie deal. And let me ask you this: this Jared Goff guy you speak of this year, your knight in shining armor. Where was he last year before Ben Johnson was involved with the offense?
He was probably the worst quarterback in the league.
So do you think this is Jared? Do you think this is more?
No, but I think when you find a guy that fits what you're doing,
is the success of this offense more indicative of the performance of Jared Goff or the genius that everybody more than just inside this town? Zach Taylor, the Super Bowl head coach, said it too. He would hire Ben Johnson in a heartbeat. Is it more indicative to Ben Johnson at the offensive line or the phenomenal performances of Jared Goff?
I'm going to pull a Neil rule. Both things can be true. Sometimes a system needs a guy, and these two men together like this.
Yeah.
And why would I break that up?
So if you have a guy as a prospect, and I'm talking about any of these rookies that anyone personally feels about, or Brad Holmes specifically, thinks, okay, this kid has a better arm. They still have this offensive line in front of him, or this kid at least run in trouble and stuff like that.
Jamarcus Russell had the best arm I've ever seen. He threw the ball 70 yards from his knees.
I'll tell you this.
Number 1 overall pick. How'd that work out?
That's all right. Jamarcus
Ryan
Russell.
Leaf, number 2 overall pick. Supposedly better than Peyton Manning. How did that turn out?
Did Jamarcus Russell have Ben Johnson this offensive line?
Does that matter?
Yes, it does, because
I'm talking about
Ben Johnson, this offensive line, is making Jared Goff look damn good. And a Super Bowl winning head coach and a very smart man, Sean McVay, said he wasn't good enough.
So why address a need you don't have to address?
It's not. It's a need if you truly want to win. Is what I'm saying. Like if
they are winning.
They're not winning. Stick. They're 7-8.
They were 6-2 in their last 8 games. That's winning.
What's the record right now? Is it above 500?
No, but they're
Okay.
6-2 in their
So
last
they're
8
7-8.
games. Is that trending up?
Are they in the playoffs?
Is that trending up? Are they trending up?
You tell me they're winning now.
Are they trending
That's
up?
not the case.
Yes or no? Are they trending up?
I don't know.
Then you don't watch football.
I do watch football.
Then admit where you're wrong and tell me they're trending up.
I can say they're trending up, but can you
Thank
admit
you.
where you're wrong
Thank
and then
you.
say they're not winning now?
What?
Can you admit where you're wrong and say they're not winning now? The record is below 500?
Below 500, but they're above what was projected this year. Correct. With 2 games to go.
Here's like the one other thing too, for like the people who freak out when we have this conversation, is you still have Jared Goff next year regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like you could still draft a guy, have him ready to go, and then if Jared Goff, Brad Holmes has been open about this too on the Rich Eisen show. We've had very transparent conversations with Jared Goff, and
Right.
if we've seen an opportunity to upgrade, we're going to take it. But he's going to have every opportunity to compete for the job, and that's just how that's the way it works in the NFL. That's what happened with Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes, and so on and so forth. You've seen it so many times.
Not so on and so forth. There's very few examples
I could go
of
so on and so
the
forth.
surrogate quarterback being drafted at the right time. There's very few examples of it. Patrick Mahomes, perfect example of it, and I will give you that.
How about the Brett Favre? Brett Favre won a Super Bowl in Green Bay. Brett Favre was a legend, became legend in Green
Yep.
Bay, and they drafted Aaron Rodgers. And
how'd they do when they drafted Jordan Love? Now Jordan Love, give me the Jordan Love. Well, how's that working
There's
out?
probably a very handsome
How's
40-ish-year-old
the Jordan
man
Love working out?
in the town of Green Bay at that time was like, why would we get rid of Brett Favre when he's won us Super Bowls? Why would
How's
we? And
Jordan
then here
Love
comes Aaron
working out?
Rodgers, discount double check, get you a Super Bowl, couple MVPs, and the successful seasons. Like, it's just the way it goes. The list goes on and on.
How's Jordan Love working out now?
We haven't got to see what Jordan Love's worked out as.
Because
Aaron
they
Rodgers
wasted
still
a first
there.
round pick. Would you agree that they wasted a first round pick on Jordan Love?
I can't say this. Honest to God's sake, this is no like type of bias. You can't. It'd be unfair to say that.
Yes,
we
you
haven't
can.
seen this kid.
Yes, you can, and that's part of
How?
it. You
How?
used a first round draft pick,
But if-
you've never played him. That's a waste.
That's not a waste. If he's going to end up being your future franchise quarterback, was it a waste when they did it with Aaron Rodgers?
So you're telling me that they're going to have to sign him beyond his rookie deal for him to be effective?
Yeah, and you get him on a
That's the
discount.
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's not for him to be effective. If Aaron Rodgers leaves now, he's effective next year.
Jordan Love looked pretty good when he played.
He did this year.
You got trigger fingers in the back, or Twitter fingers in the back, Spence, on your speakeasy comment section. Of course, the heavyweights roll together.
Sam will tell you
they're
too.
a circle jerk of Jared Goff hate, and that's okay.